Imagine being scared by the average emo teenager.
Wake me up inside! Wake me up inside!
So Jeff the Killer, right? The big scary white-faced man who goes around killing people. Everyone has seen this image. Come on, I've seen this in every .exe game jump scare. I even saw it in a SpongeBob YouTube poop video. But what's it about? I mean, what's the deal with our friend Jeff the Killer? What is his motive? Why is he doing this? And how did he get that beautiful face? Well, there's many versions of Jeff the Killer to be invested to. There's a version of Jeff for everyone, really. Do you want the original story? The original story version of Jeff the Killer? Or do you want your Jeff to be more like a dorky older brother? Or perhaps you like your Jeff violent, loud, edgy. Today I'm going to take a look at every version of Jeff the Killer I could find and ranking it because why not? Between bad and great. Starting with yes, the quote-unquote original Jeff the Killer story. This story was uploaded by Gamefield TV aka Joshua Jordan and written by his brother Travis. I think everyone knows what this Jeff the Killer story is all about, mainly because literally everyone has mocked it. It's like the most canon story and version of Jeff the Killer since it's the most well-known and accepted backstory, but it doesn't mean it's good. If you still somehow don't know what the 2011 creepypasta entails, it's pretty much this. Jeff and family moves to a new place. Jeff and his brother Liu aren't fitting in. The brothers deal with bullies. Jeff beat them and gets sadistic urge. Liu goes to jail after taking blame for Jeff's actions. Jeff and fam goes to birthday party. Bullies attack. Jeff goes crazy and kills two bullies. One bully bleached Jeff's face and lit it on fire. Jeff recovers, changing his face into the creepypasta face. Jeff kills family. Jeff becomes a serial killer. I know I'm probably skipping a lot of the story, but come on, you're not missing much. It's not a well-written story. It's poorly written with poor characterization. Just for some reason I just start having this urge to kill, I guess?
He sat there looking at the ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not so much a pain, but a weird feeling.
He's messed with some bullies and then blah blah blah, he crazy now. It's bad. But what I will say about this is that this creepypasta is iconic. Around the time of its publishing, pretty much every creepypasta story afterwards regarding an edgy teenager unaliving people uses this story as a template. Teen is wrong, teen goes crazy, teen kills, teen becomes killer. So yes, it's bad. But he has a special place in creepypasta history. Not to mention he has the best character of all creepypasta fiction, Randy.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
Oh no, I don't go for even, I go for winning!
Randy's the most cartoony written bully I've ever read and I love him. He's literally asked Jeff and Liu to pay a toll for using the bus stop like he's a fucking gangster. He literally has two lackeys on his side. There is no character better than Randy. Put him in any creepypasta and it'll make the story better. Okay, back to Jeff. In all honesty, the story being the most well-known story will be our standard. Not a high standard, but it's our standard. But I can't accept putting this in average tier. I'm putting this Jeff in bad.
This is
Everyone knows about the shitty 2011 version of the Jeff the Killer origin story, but no one knows about the original origin of Jeff the Killer, the 2008 one. The 2008 version started within a 4chan thread under X, along with a 2008 YouTube video that explains the story of Jeff the Killer, all made by Cesar. There's a lot of similarities between this Jeff and the 2011 Jeff. Both had Jeff's brother named Liu, both had Jeff's skin burned within the toilet. Jeff even described his skin to be leathery in both stories. So, did the 2011 story rip off the 2008 story?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
There's literally no denying it. Kinda sucks really that the knockoff got more attention when it didn't even acknowledge the original version. But still, since this is the original version, it has to be better than the 2011 story, right?
No.
Literally, the fortune story isn't anything special, at least from what I can find. It's just a quick rehash of Jeff being burned by acid and recovering, and a hint that there might be more to the story. Even the fortune commenters are clowning on the story. Also, Cesar did this cringy thing where he's pretending to be Jeff the Killer for some fucking reason. And if you think the fortune story is bad, you have to check the YouTube video. This is the most 2000 thing I've ever seen, included within background music and Windows Movie Maker editing. That's Liu? Dang, it's very different from most artists' rendition. The fuck you mean it got me? Also, I think it's by that this version of Jeff the Killer is Minecraft YouTuber? Overall, I respect this version for being the original Jeff the Killer story, and where a lot of elements of the Jeff the Killer story originate from, like his brother Liu and the bleaching of his skin. It's just not that good. Bad tier.
I thought you were dead.
My death was greatly exaggerated.
What I'm referring to is what looks to be the two sequels of the 2011 Jeff the Killer story, where they further highlight the horrific actions of Jeff the Killer. Pretty sure neither is written by the 2011 author, but I don't know man, the fucking pages of these got deleted. What looks to be the only way to experience these stories is through Mr. Creepypasta's reading. These stories are Jeff the Killer Part 2 and Jeff is Back. Though they have a different interpretation of the story, they are similar in the sense that they're both terrible.
They both look the same.
You don't see any difference in the pictures.
They both look like turds about to be reheated to me.
These stories represent Jeff in his worst. Granted, it can be argued that this original version are its worst, but at least those versions that didn't have Jeff commit genocide on a bunch of kids. Maybe. Or went full on Samara? Jeff the Killer Part 2 is the story of a group of teenagers going to an abandoned asylum only to find corpses of children. They proceeded to be killed by Jeffrey. In Jeff is Back, Jeff kills via curse video? Hacking? In the end, he talks to the literal audience and says how he'll track us down and kill us? What?
The detective is now dead. The journal is over, and it's quite hilarious because in viewing this video, I logged every single one of your IP addresses and know exactly where you are. P.S. You there. You're cute. I'll take my time with you.
Part 2 represents the horrifically gory and violent version of Jeff, just the edge for the sake of being edgy. No substance, no message, just bad things happening to scare the audience and disturb them. Meanwhile, Jeff is Back represents the bullshit supernatural powers Jeff somehow has. Like, this guy is never established to be super smart or powered or anything, he just likes killing. Not only do these versions represent the worst version of Jeff, but the worst of these kinds of creepypasta stories. Bad tier.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
If you are a fan of Mr. Creepypasta, then you would know that Vincent V Cava was the GOAT of this channel. He will write some of the best stories I've listened to, with some of my favorites being At the Patio Door and A Favor for a Favor. So this is a very unique Jeff the Killer story since it's written by an author who's proven to be a good writer. So what's this story all about? Basically, you follow the perspective of an incel serial killer trying to kill this woman. On a day he breaks into the woman's apartment and is about to do the deed, he finds out that someone has already killed the woman after, and that killer knows about him. Panicking, the guy tries to escape only for him to be killed by none other than Jeff the Killer. The first time I read this story, I didn't know it was about Jeff the Killer, so young me was having a full-on Marvel moment when I first listened to this story. And in all honesty, this might be one of my favorite versions of Jeff the Killer. This isn't just some edgy asshole, this is a clever and cunning killer who stalks and plays with his prey. He doesn't just go, boo-hoo, I'm going to stab you, go to sleep, you weirdo. He's not overtly violent for no reason, he's not a supernatural monster with hacks. No, this version is just a killer. A clever, cunning, creepy killer. It's short, yeah, but it leaves room to interpretation. It doesn't get bogged down by some dumb origin story or edgy nonsense. Having this perspective coming from a killer who realized there's a bigger monster than him is great. I love the idea of it and it's executed well here. Jeff feels more like a force of nature than a person. This is Jeff the Killer at his best. We're pretty early on the ranking list, but I think this is already great tier. Please check this story out, you won't regret it.
Slenderman.
This is going to take some explaining. So this version is what I would call the angstiest version. You know, the one teenage girls makes fanfiction of. And to me, what Jeff the Killer truly is.
What is wrong with you?
This is my canon Jeff the Killer. Now does that mean this version of Jeff the Killer is good? So this version of Jeff is best represented through two stories. Jeff the Killer vs. Slenderman by Dylan Roberts and Jeff the Killer vs. Jane the Killer by Logo Mausoleum? Since they share the same characteristics of Jeff, which is the angst. In these stories, Jeff is less psychopath and more anime bad guy, using the 2011 story as the tragic backstory. In most stories, he has hang-ups for the fact that he killed his family. He's fucking drinking like a broke dad as well. And I love it. Not only do these stories have angsty Jeff moments, we also have cool anime fights when he goes against Slenderman and Jane. These stories are so anime. So anime in fact that there's an AMV version of the Slenderman fight. There's some questionable elements in these stories, like Jane can shapeshift in this version. What? To be fair, there's a lot of versions of Jane the Killer. I'll probably take a look at them in the future. Also, Jeff can go toe to toe against Slenderman. Like, I can see Jeff having an equal fight against Jane, but fucking Slenderman? Slenderman just has to stare down a guy and he'll be dead. He can't even blink. At the end of the day, I like these stories and they're my definitive Jester Killer. Not good, just my canon. I don't read, just listen to these stories for quality. I read them for entertainment. If you don't take the story seriously and treat it more like a shonen anime, a bad shonen anime, then you'll have a good time. Good dear.
2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees.
This is the 2015 rewrite of Jeff the Killer by Fanon Jeff, one of the many rewrites of Jeff the Killer. I think it was part of a contest held within creepypasta.com and this story was the winner. Now objectively, it's a better written story than the 2011 story. The pacing is better, the characterization is better, the grammar is better, but a lot of the core problems are still there, and in some ways it's worse than the 2011 version. You see, this rewrite made an otherwise horrible story into a mid-story, and that makes it kinda boring. This remake feels like a modern remake of an 80s slasher film, where they make it dark and realistic and take away all the camp. Sure, it's technically better, but there's nothing to poke fun of. This version of Jeff still has that weird urge that comes out of nowhere. The remake has two great scenes. One is that it changed the look of Jeff the Killer and made him look like Two-Face? Why?
Why? Why?
Is it because it's more realistic? It's like changing Slenderman's design to just be a guy in a suit. No bold face, just a guy. Taking away the white face, belly grin, and blackened eyes surrounding and replacing it with a half-burned look just takes away what makes Jeff. And the other sin is, they took away Randy's swag.
You have no swag. That's why you no reply, loser.
Instead of being a fun cartoon character, he's the generic pretentious rich kid forced to act a certain way because of his parents. Oh, what is this, a Disney Channel?
I can't stand to see him like that.
Now there's no hate against the author of this story, Fanon Jeff. He clearly has talent and has decent prose. It's just, when I think of the Jeff the Killer story, this isn't one of them. So yeah, this is an average tier for me. Not because it's bad, it's just not for me.
Fucking bitch took off without a word. Fucking whore walked out on me for a fucking account.
This version of Jeff comes from none other than David Neer and Chaz Ravnell. And those very into creepypasta back then might know who David Neer is. He's the guy who made this.
Who the fuck needs a social life? I have the voices in my head to keep me company. And to think, those pesky doctors tried to silence them.
Back then he used to do character voices for various creepypasta characters. And a few years ago he started The Morgue Files, which is his series based around creepypasta characters where the part of this connected storyline. It's a pretty cool idea, and I like the presentation, but I've only seen a Jeff the Killer episode, and that's what we're going to talk about. And David Neer's Jeff the Killer is
I'm gonna curb stomp this bitch.
Yeah, not much has changed since his early videos. Now don't get me wrong, this video is awesome. It's a full-on radio drama with various voice actors and sound effects. If any of you have listened to Mr. Creepypasta's Pin-Up Hidden Lore series, then you know what you're in for. Just judging the whole video is honestly amazing and I recommend anyone to check it out, even if you're not a creepypasta fan. If you are a creepypasta fan, then you're in for treats as other creepypasta characters show up. The video is great tier for me, but this version of Jeff the Killer is... This version of Jeff the Killer is a mixed bag for me. On one hand, it's realistic, in the sense that Jeff starts off already kinda deranged. You can tell he's not a normal kid. He's violent, he's a pervert, he's easily angered, he hurts animals. It's no wonder he became who he is. Plus, there's the influence of a certain celebrity that is pushing him to do what he does. So there's a clear paranormal element that adds further depth to Jeff's insanity. This is a good character, but it's not a good Jeff the Killer character to me. He's too violent and loud. My idea of Jeff is quiet, sneaky, cunning, and quietly sadistic. Not... This idea cannot be better paralleled than with the audio drama's Jeff the Killer design. It's a good design, but there's too much going on and it's trying to be as threatening as possible in comparison to the simpler and cleaner OG Jeff the Killer face. They did great with this Jeff, and David Neer did a fantastic job voicing him, but it's just not my idea of Jeff the Killer. Average tier, but the story itself is great tier.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
A lot of you might be asking. Well, I'm referring to how fandom culture sees him. Specifically, how he's portrayed in the fan comics I Eat Pasta for Breakfast by Chibiverse and Creepy Frozen Pasta by Lost White. In here, he's less a psychopath and more older brother with an emo face.
Now, let's go before Slender kicks my ass for taking you.
Okay. Come on!
Huh? We're off to go see Slendy, the wonderful Slender. Oh fuck.
Jeffrey.
Good there, it's good there, fuck you. Look, the idea of the Slender family is the stupidest thing I've ever come across and I fucking love it. It's Phantom shenanigans, but it's my Phantom shenanigan.
We are...
Jack, you lazy fuck! Are you gonna help me cook or what? Let's go!
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I'll help you cook, alright. Fresh kidneys, a la Jeffrey fucking Woods, coming right up.
So is that a yes, you lazy fuck?
Just look at him, bro. He's hanging out with other creepypasta characters and having a good time. You almost forgot that Jeff's a horrific monster. And this version of Jeff is still very popular to this day. Look at all the recent fanfics with Fanon Jeff. This version of Jeff clearly has resonated to people more in comparison to canon Jeff. So yeah, good tier. What happens if Vincent V Cava's Right on Time Jeff the Killer story gets extended, implementing elements of both the 2008 and 2011 story with some Van and Kay and David Near spies? Well, you get one of the best Jeff the Killer story. Bastard did not disappoint with this one. Admittedly, I was skeptical at first before taking a look at their take of Jeff the Killer. I mean, did we really need another Jeff the Killer story? Come on, Laughing Jack could use some revamp. But as soon as I finished the first chapter of this story, I knew that there's something special here. I don't want to spoil too much since it's a fairly new Jeff the Killer story, so I want people to experience it for the first time. Please take a look at Patcher's Jeff the Killer. It's so worth it. I promise you won't regret it. Here's what I can say though. It combines many elements of various Jeff the Killers, paying respect to these stories while doing something clever with these ideas. It's even able to subvert certain expectations and ideas regarding a Jeff the Killer origin story. If you read or listened to the story, you know what I mean with that twist near the end of the story. Also, Randy makes a comeback, yeah boy! He's not as good as his 2011 counterpart, but at least he's not tarnished like his 2015 version. Too bad he got killed off too quickly, because he was fine when he showed up.
Man, no wonder you couldn't look at me. What the fuck happened to you, man?
Yeah, this is the same level as Vincent V Cava. Great there.
Still awake? Not for long. Climbing through your window.
So this is it. Every version of Jeff the Killer I could think of, talked about and ranked. Some are good, some are bad, some just simply missed the mark. Regardless of what you think of Jeff the Killer and his stories, he will forever be an internet horror icon. Hell, the image itself will probably outlast these stories, especially since nobody knows where the fuck it came from. When I was younger and I look at this image, I felt fear and uneasiness. But now, I just think of my younger years listening and reading creepypastas. Kinda like seeing a picture of an old friend. Thanks, Jeff. All versions of Jeff, good and bad, and their respective authors, thank you for the distraction and the memories. I'll forever cherish them. Randy's still the best character though. In my last Jeff the Killer video, which you should totally check out by the way, I talked about various versions of Jeff that mostly came from written stories or audio dramas. In this video, I decided to mainly focus on short films and even webcomics to expand our avenue of Jeff and rank them as well. Yeah, that's it. What do you want? There's not much else to talk about. This is a film released onto YouTube by the Emerald Wolf Productions, directed by Sara Beebe. And I'm going to be honest, I kinda love this film. Look, there's no denying that the 2011 story is bad, but seeing the scenes from it in live action, it just fills me with great joy. It's actually better than a lot of live action adaptations. It's similar to live action One Piece.
It's good to see you, buddy.
where yes, there are deviations from the plot, the core themes, tones, and characters are still there. So they kept a lot of the bad stuff.
So you're saying my son took on 3 boys all by himself?
That's the story we got, sir.
Jeffrey, this officer is saying that you attacked some kids yesterday and stabbed one of them. Stabbed, Jeffrey.
It's surprisingly competent for an amateur fan film. Good job, Sara and Dylan. Now please make a TB Toby or Laughing Jack movie. Please, I'll fund everything, just make it. Just take my money.
Also, where's the bloody sequel?
I'm surprised how well they got the casting, especially for Randy, Keith, and Troy. Oh, Randy.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, how rude of me. This is Keith, this is Troy, and I'm Randy. And since you're new here, I thought I'd warn you. There's a small bus fare you gotta pay if you really want to ride.
I love Randy, man. Maybe the actor could have hammed it up a bit more, but it's still really good.
You'll pay for this! What the hell was that? What the fuck?
Jane also shows up, though only for a gotcha Marvel-ass tease for the sequel, which still hasn't come out yet. However, Lou is badly miscast.
Fuck! Jeff.
I have no idea why they casted this guy to be Lou. Maybe they were trying to make him look like the 2008 version of Lou, but he's supposed to be a teenager in this version. So it's really awkward but funny just seeing this muscular guy get pushed around by teenagers. Now, if I watched this movie before doing research for the video, I probably would have thought Jeff is miscast, due to the actor being bigger. But after looking at Jeff's skinny ass for way too long, I welcome a bigger Jeff. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not going to be terrified of a skinny god kid coming after me. But this one? Yeah, I believe he can win a fight.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking
Besides that, is there anything special about this Jeff? There's some really weird and funny flashbacks, but other than that, this Jeff is not much different from the 2011 story Jeff.
What the fuck are you doing, freak?
I wasn't doing anything.
Bullshit! I got it all on my phone.
But I will say that the performance by Dylan Morris elevates this Jeff. The performance makes what would be otherwise goofy lines and scenes weirdly work.
I can't explain it, but I feel alive.
What did you do?
Well, Mommy, I wanted to make sure that you and Daddy got to see my smile for the rest of your life.
Also, I love the look of this Jeff. It's honestly so good and menacing. The long, messy Joker-ass hair and the use of eye contacts really sells this look for me. It's almost a perfect live-action Jeff the Killer look if it weren't for another fan film. So yeah, even if this Jeff is just a 2011 Jeff, the performance and movie overall elevates him. Good tier. Yes, I'm including the one with Jeffy in it.
Let's do it! Wait, dude, why are they so wet? Ha, they are wet, just like your mom last night. Ah!
This video is made by SML YTP. That's all you need to know. The story of this Jeff is that Jeffy and his friends bully him.
Oh, here's a picture where he looks like Michael Jackson. Here's a picture where he looks like James Charles.
And then he tracks them down and kills them, sparing Jeffy as he convinces him to be a killer as well. Yeah, that's it. What did you expect from a Jeffy video? What's interesting about this version of Jeff is that it already has his face burnt, and we only see him cutting his face up. I love that performance of this Jeff.
Guys, no! I just wanted to play! What's happening to me? What is this emotion I'm feeling? Oh no!
It's just so funny and goofy. It's like the perfect comedic Jeff.
What's your name, dude? Well, name is Jeff.
Though I hate that he wears that mask. Too many Jeff the Killer videos have Jeff wearing that goofy ass mask. I honestly prefer the look the actor had before the mask. Just give him red makeup and black eyeliner and he'll look great. Besides the performance, there's not much else to talk about with this version of Jeff. Average tier.
There he is, my one and only senpai.
So, the author of this webcomic is controversial to say the least. The drama involves the author, Lexet, being accused of having minors in her 18+ Discord server and having inappropriate interactions with them. I watched 2 videos in this topic and things aren't any clearer to me. All I got is that Lexet is a dumbass and should have known better. I needed to mention that. I think it somewhat affected my ranking because I remember liking this Jeff on my early reading. Now, not so much. Learning about the whole situation just left a sour taste in my mouth. My main issue with this comic by itself, however, is that why is this character Jeff? Like, there's no reason for this comic to be about Jeff at all. You can just rename this guy Skinny Pete and literally nothing about the story changes. There's no mention of any other creepypasta characters, there's no mention of his past. Why is he Jeff? He's just your typical yandere psycho who falls for the cute female lead. Like, the story is just Jeff needs to hide with the female lead, but he starts falling for her. I actually hate this, and I hate this picture. They don't even have good chemistry. They just spend the entire time arguing or being assholes to each other. Understandable from the girl's perspective since Jeff is a manipulative serial killer. Why is he the love interest? The only cute moments are during the slice of life panels, which I don't think counts. I have no idea if Lexet is going to continue this comic, especially due to the controversy. But unlike with the other webtoon story, I'm not exactly interested in keeping up with it. Bad tier. This is a found footage short film about Jeff the Killer, released onto YouTube by Alexander the Titan. This is my favorite Jeff the Killer design. It's such a good modernization of the character. It's not as simple as the original image, but not as busy as the Morgue Files depiction of him. Jeff looks rancid and disgusting. Realistically speaking, if Jeff's face was burned up and he cut it up, this is probably what he would look like. I love it. The short film is kinda weak though. It's just a guy walking around with a camera. He finds a Randy who talks about how their organs are harvested.
Just stay back.
They're harvesting our organs. They're killing my people. All because our organs are optimal.
Am I too stupid to understand? Because I feel like this adds nothing to the story. And then Jeff kills the cameraman. That's it. It's way too short and nothing is really established. I feel like this is just a way to show off the filmmaker's film skills, using Jeff to get more attention. I respect it, but at the same time, I feel like he could have done more with it. I'm not talking about giving him a full-on backstory, I just want something similar to Vincent V Cava's story. So, he's just average. This deleted audio drama was uploaded onto YouTube, originally created by Patrick Ferguson. Special thanks to these commenters for pointing the story out. I couldn't have found out about this version of Jeff without these guys. That being said, this Jeff is decent, but I really hate this story. I'll give it to the sequel Jeffs. At least neither stories made me feel disgusted. The mindless use of sexual assault is so careless and tasteless. It starts with Toby's father bragging about doing his wife and his own daughter, unzipping his pants and wanting Toby to, you know. Why make Toby's dad like this? He was unlikable already. You didn't have to make him an incestual rapist. Oh yeah, thinking Toby is in it. And this isn't the last time they bring up rape. They sprinkled that in the story as if it's cheese for pasta. So the story is that Jeff is taken to a messed up insane asylum with Tiki Toby, Laughing Jack, and Max. Who's Max? Who's that guy? Don't know and don't really care. Where's Silas Jack? Was there one too many Jack already? And why is Laughing Jack here? Can he like teleport away? Jack, Jeff, and Toby plans to escape, with the Warden trying to stop them. The Warden is a Dr. Hugo Strange ripoff who has a thing for wolves?
Just then the Warden pulled out his wolf mask from his inner coat pocket and put it on his face.
I will end your life. I will defecate on your putrid corpses, and soon after that, people will tell the tale of the wolf.
Also, somehow, in a story that involves a serial killer and a child murderer, they make this guy the most deplorable character. That's not a good thing. I'm not going to say what he did. I've said the R word one too many times. This Jeff closely resembles the version of Versus Jeffs, where they're all angsty. But instead of feeling bad for killing his parents and Lou, David. Why is Lou called David? He's also alive and works with Jeff in this version, by the way. He feels angst for the fact that he wants to look for David instead of joining Tiki Toby and Slenderman. Oh yeah, Slenderman is part of the story too.
Come on, Jeff, I mean, sure we didn't like each other in the beginning, but over time you've become a brother in my eyes. That doesn't happen very often, if at all.
I consider you a brother too, Toby, but I can't ditch David. I'm sorry.
I really like Jeff and Toby together in this video. They have good chemistry. I'm not kidding when I say they have better chemistry than Jeff and that thick-tie blonde girl.
I can't reach the map. It's in my back pocket. I kinda need you to get it.
Gay.
Look, Dick boy, we need to get out of here. Just dig in and get it.
You know how gay that sounds, Jeff?
Just do it.
I ship it.
Overall, this Jeff is okay, except the part where he endorsed rape. Come on dude, have some standard. But yeah, this is average tier.
Not a perfect person.
Would you believe me if I say that this version of Jeff is one of the goriest one? I'm not kidding, look at this, I bet little kids saw this. This Jeff the Killer story was made by XY Clan Killer 2? Entirely told through the kids game Little Big Planet 2. I never played Little Big Planet 2 when I was a kid, so seeing a kids game depict actual mutilation is both impressive and kinda disturbing. Is this story good though? Well, it's definitely different from the others. This one involves Jeff having a sister named Holly, who has a boyfriend named Damien. Jeff catches Damien cheating on Holly, so they get into a fight and it ends with Jeff getting burned by Damien. Jeff goes crazy, Jeff kills his dad, he tortures and mutilates both Holly and Damien. He then goes after his brother and kills him, but immediately feels guilty and attempts to off himself. He's somehow alive in the Slenderman sequel, and I guess he quickly got over that guilt because he goes around killing again. I like the video. It's impressive they were able to do this in a kids game, but this Jeff is just meh, nothing really special. He just goes crazy, kills, attempts to off himself, then kills again. It's not bad, but it doesn't really do much to elevate it higher than other Jeffs. Average tier.
What's good, Jesters? Hope you guys are doing super well. For the past week, I've had Jeff the Killer in my basement.
These are a series of videos made by content farm YouTuber Jester. You know the type. 3 AM videos, curse videos, McDonald's, all that bull crap. And this is the most confusing and weakest Jeff I've ever seen. If this Jeff can get trapped in the basement by this dweeb, then I really don't believe he can actually kill someone. It's either that or Jesse is just a creepypasta character's natural predator. It's probably the latter. I love their attempt at Jane the Killer though. Instead of getting a girl to dress up or something, they just had this guy do it, and he does like a girl voice.
It's okay, Jester. I'm not here for you. I'm here for Jeff.
That's dedication right there, you gotta respect it. Besides all the stupid things happening, this Jeff is just nothing. He's just a bad guy, a really basic villain of the week, and his performance isn't fun.
You thought you had a chance last time. Well, guess what? I'm coming for you.
Yo. Not me, bro. Not me, bro.
I guess they have a pretty unique take where Jeff seems to have a split personality. You see, in this Jeff the Killer Unmasked video, the three guys decide to provoke Jeff to get him to attack them. And then he did. This guy decided to run away like a coward, leaving the other two to be attacked by Jeff. Once they defeated this Jeff, they took off the mask, only to reveal it to be this guy all along. In another video, the same guy also runs away after watching a cursed Jeff the Killer video, which is actually the Alexander the Titan short film. And then Jeff shows up. The guy who ran away shows up again, but only after Jeff disappears again. I will admit the concept is interesting, though problematic, and definitely a unique take on Jeff. I know this is like a bad type of videos to seriously analyze a character, but like if SML YTP can make an interesting Jeff, Jester can do it too. Bad tier.
Kiss, kiss, fall in love! Hey!
This is another Jeff the Killer romantic webcomic version made by
Willard Gray.
What makes this different from the other webcomic? This one is a BL. So the plot so far is that Randy and
Sugar
have a crush on Jeff. Chaos ensues. Now this, I don't mind. You see, unlike the other one, this one incorporates many Jeff the Killer elements and characters. And also there's no drama. Mostly. Though the decision with these Jeff the Killer stables are very questionable. The obvious one is that everyone is gay. Jeff and Lou are gay, Billy's gay, the three bullies are gay, you're gay.
You boys are the homosexual supporting cast.
But to me, that doesn't really matter. Come on, we already got a BL Jeff the Killer story. Whatever man, romance is romance. But the other choices are stranger. Like why is Jeff's love interest Billy? You know, the little kid whose birthday party Jeff attended? Though his nickname is
Sugar
here. All the characters here are around the same age and are adults, so their relationship isn't weird. No, it's still weird, but not weird. It's very obvious that the author made his OC Billy. Why not just make him a different character? Why is he Billy? Make him Billy's older brother or something. The Little Big Planet 2 version added a sibling. Why can't you, Mr. Gray? It's just weird, dude. And the worst change of all, they made Randy a simp. They made him a girl failure simp who can't pull any bitches. Especially Twinkie Jeff over here.
You a beta cuck.
Nah, that's insane, that is wrong. Randy is the king of bitches. If he was in Omegaverse, he'll be the alphas of alphas. If he was in the Cakeverse, let's just say, he would 8. Alright, how's this rendition of Jeff? Well, he's definitely better than Skinny Pete over here. He's not just some sarcastic yandere, he's a fully fledged character, where we slowly see how his love life develops, and we see his slow descent into madness. It looks like he has some sort of split personality thing going on, or maybe he's possessed? Fun fact, the alter ego also has a crush on
Sugar.
Of course. Who could resist this stud? This webcomic must have been popular, because while I was reading this, there would be occasional breaks from the webcomic where they would do a cool team showcase with other BL stories. Like the funniest thing was that you would see all the other BL characters and stories in this showcase, and then you would just see Jeff the Killer getting arrested. The comments are disabled, so I have no idea whether people like this webcomic or not, but it must have been popular enough to be featured in the showcases. Good job,
Willard Gray.
You finally made Jeff the Killer worth talking about again. This version of Jeff is definitely very different from other Jeff the Killers. Dare I say, it's good? Most of what we've seen are just the backstory, so we haven't seen this Jeff at its fullest yet, so I can't really make a strong judgment on this Jeff. I'll probably do a full retrospective on this webcomic once it finishes. So far, I say average tier.
I'll hunt him down, put him right out of commission. I'm not naive, I know it's a one-way mission.
It's gotta be him. It can't be. There's no, why would he try to kill us? His name is Jeff the fucking Killer. I think he has a pretty good reason.
This is apparently the official Jeff the Killer film by Joshua Nelson. And I gotta say, I like the idea of the movie, but the execution could have been better. Our main character is this YouTuber character named Axel, who investigates urban legends. He interviews Jeff's mother, who is alive in his version, and then Jeff hunts him down, all in a down-to-earth found footage style. Except near the end, we'll talk about that terrible climax. In all honesty, this is such a good idea. Making a found footage movie about Jeff just makes a lot of sense. It fits here as he's treated like an urban legend instead of a character from a terrible story. We could have had a Marble Hornet style movie starring Jeff the Killer. It could have been really good, but the execution just wasn't the best. For one, the main character is a dumbass. Now he's pretty likable. Joshua does a good job acting him, and the drama involving the character admittedly is pretty effective.
But I promise you, I'll do good things in life. You taught me so many wonderful things. And I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
But anytime he would face Jeff, he would make the most dumbest decisions. What are you doing? Run, you idiot! Why are you flashing his face? Who do you think he is? Foxy? Run! So yeah, Axel is a dumbass. Like the other Jeff the Killer film, Jane also shows up, but instead of being a Marvel credit tease, she actually does something. So Axel tries to contact Keith and Troy, thinking they'll help him with Jeff, only to be messaged by some girl instead, who turns out to be Jane the Killer, and she killed Keith and Troy for some reason. I don't like the fact that she killed Keith and Troy, since I don't think Jane would kill anyone besides Jeff. However, I think her inclusion here as someone helping Jeff's target is good, and I love Axel's reaction to her.
Oh, Jane, sweetheart. And don't get on my bad side, okay, hon?
The beginning part is very slow. I get it's par for the course with a lot of found footage films, but still it was such a sludge. The middle part is decent, it's where we get to see character deaths and Jeff the most. But the climax, that stupid climax. So Axel learns from Jane that in order to kill Jeff, you have to burn him. Even though I'm pretty sure you can just kill the guy anyhow, I don't think he's enhanced. I'm pretty sure Jeff is just a guy. So Axel and Ethan plans to burn him, and this is what happens. We're doing so well! What is this? Why would you even attempt a burning scene if you can't use actual fire? The other film didn't try, why would you? It reminded me of how in the second last video of Marble Hornets, there's this distracting post-production effect for a sign, even though there isn't anything like that in the entire series. At least with that one it's just one shot, and this is the climax of the film. It's so bad. The film wasn't amazing or anything, but at least it was consistent. Anyhow, how's this Jeff? You can replace this Jeff with Jester Jeff and the story doesn't change. They're both dumbasses who doesn't kill their target when they could, and they both wear a mask instead of using makeup. Except in Jester, at least those aspects make sense since it's content farm crap. In this, it's like an actual film. I do like making him a stalker killer, and the concept of treating Jeff as an urban myth only to be a true person works here. Overall, the film is alright, and I recommend checking it out. Could it have been better? Yeah, but it's still entertaining. You will have to sludge through the beginning though. But this Jeff, he's only average tier. After seeing more of Jeffy here, it really just shows how versatile Jeff is in terms of storytelling. He's a clay for authors and artists to mold into however they want, no matter how wrong or cursed it is. So you know what? Why don't you make your own Jeff? Yeah, you. Just do it. No one's going to stop you. You want Jeff to be a girl? Go for it, bro. Maybe have Jeff's story take place in a steampunk setting. That would be cool. Just do whatever you want with him. He's your clay to be molded. Time is too short to not make your own Jeff the Killer story. Make your mark. Make history, my friend. Make your Jeff a reality. Emerald Wolf's Jeff the Killer fan film might be the best adaptation of the Jeff the Killer story. The 2011 Jeff the Killer story is far from good, but it's still the story people associate with his character. I have consumed various reinterpretations and fanfiction of the character.
We are...
Jack, you lazy fuck! Are you gonna help me cook or what?
And while a lot of those are far better than this piece of fiction, it's still the one people remember. However, the 2022 Jeff the Killer fan film, directed by Sara Beebe and produced by all these people, is an adaptation of the story that somehow makes it work. Not only because the directing and production is surprisingly competent, but it's weirdly faithful to the story. Terrible plot points and all.
Jeffrey, this officer is saying that you attacked some kids yesterday and stabbed one of them. Stabbed, Jeffrey.
I'm gonna curb stomp this bitch.
It was me. I beat the shit out of those kids. I have the marks to prove it.
You clearly made that cut just now.
And look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
And the people behind this film are geniuses to be able to make this story work within a movie setting. The casting is pretty good for the most part. This guy, Dylan Morris, one of the producers of the film, is weirdly perfect as Jeff the Killer. Yeah, he's not the skinny twink everyone thinks Jeff the Killer is, but Dylan fits the character so well. Not like Dylan is an amazing actor, but he's good at this role. Also, it's a good choice to make this Jeff emo. More emo at least.
And now you look your age. Fresh start, even for your...
Calm down, Woody. We're your friends.
Shut up, Buzz. I'll kill you.
And I'm pretty sure there's some 2015 Jeff the Killer remake influence for this version of the character.
Mom likes to play mommy when it suits her, and only when it suits her. She uses it to manipulate us into doing anything and everything so she can sit around on her ass all day and imagine her perfect life without kids.
Of course, this casting and character is no match for Randy and his boys. Take a look at this.
This is Keith, this is Troy, and I'm Randy. Oh, check the mouth on this one.
The one in the back doesn't seem to talk much. What's your problem? You deaf or something?
Oh, and he speaks for the little one too.
What's your problem, huh? You should lighten up a bit. Smile more.
All right.
And you think that's great? You should see them during the climax of the film.
We're even.
Oh, I don't go for even. I go for winning.
I think you boys need to leave.
Shut up, bitch.
Excuse me?
You heard him, bitch. Boys!
Stay back, bitch.
Don't leave the keys in the ignition the entire 2 days.
I wanted to leave them on the counter, bitch.
These actors have a future as villains of a Disney Channel movie. The way these characters are written here are amazing, and the direction elevated the cartooniness of these bullies. And the best part is that it's played completely straight. Bravo, Beebe. Speaking of Sara Beebe, she plays Jane the Killer at the gotcha end credits scene. Which, I mean, she got the look, but at the same time, this feels like wish fulfillment, right? She literally casted herself as one of the most iconic female creepypasta characters of all time. It's every edgy teenage girl's dream. The filmmaking is decent. Sure, Sara is no Martin Scorsese, but for the most part, I was immersed. I think having the Jeff origin story scenes be black and white for the most part was a good artistic choice. And the shift to color when Jeff finally transforms is pure cinema. Cinematography is decent, sound mixing is okay. All in all, it truly feels like I'm watching a film and not a shitpost.
What's good, Jesters? Hope you guys are doing super well. For the past week, I've had Jeff the Killer in my basement, locked up in a cage.
There are some modified and added scenes to the story, which for the most part is pretty good. Like Jeff's flashback where he eats shit. Jeff, what are you doing? Holy shit, is that Lucy Lacemaker? He's eating Lucy Lacemaker! Somebody get Sullivan!
You big fucking cunt.
What the fuck are you doing, freak?
I wasn't doing anything.
Bullshit. I got it all on my phone.
What the fuck? There's also this plot point where they have this twist with the cop telling the story of Jeff the Killer to this traumatized family.
The night he got home from the hospital, he killed his whole family. And I owe it to them to stop the guy.
Why you specifically?
I owe it to them because I was there that day.
It'll be okay.
I arrested Lou. I could have done something. I could have stopped him, but I ignored my gut and I arrested him anyway.
Lady, who do you think you are? No one gives a shit. You're no Jane the Killer. You're no Clockwork. You're not even that one character no one knows but people make fan art of anyway. So yeah, for the most part, Sara Beebe, the producers, and the rest of the cast and crew did a great job adapting this story. For the most part, there's some questionable choices. Like, this is supposed to be Lou? Also, this scene went on for way too long. I don't know why they expanded it.
Jeff, Lou, come say hi to the new neighbor. Where's Lou?
He's unboxing inside.
Well, come say hi.
Oh, hello, young man. What's your name?
She just said my name. Jeff.
Don't be rude.
Come here, Jeff. Don't worry about it. I didn't really like new people when I was your age either.
Okay.
Jeff the Killer has many iterations, changing the story and mythos to make him better and unique. But no matter what comes after, this version of Jeff is what he is to a lot of people. And I think that's why they remain faithful to the story. It's bad but iconic. Why change it? So this might be the best adaptation of the Jeff the Killer story. Might. You see, there's a certain webcomic that interests me. One that is far from finished and it interprets the same Jeff the Killer story, but has potential of being a better adaptation than the fan film. But what makes this story so special? It's gay as fuck.
Fuck you guys!
Jeff the Killer is often described as a monster, a ferocious killer that leaves no witnesses, a sick, twisted individual. He has no rules, no boundaries. There's nothing about this white-faced weirdo that's redeemable. He is an absolute monster.
Kiss, kiss for
Now you might be asking yourself, what is this? What am I looking at? And where can I find more? Well, what you're looking at is a webcomic named Jeff Woods the Killer, a webtoon series created by Willer Gray. Not to be confused by the other Jeff the Killer webtoon series. This is a romantic horror series where we see Jeff's romance blossom while his mental state degrades as his darker side slowly takes over him. Now, why would someone make something like this? You take a character well known for being evil and edgy and make him a love interest in your story? Granted, that's not a unique scenario, but it doesn't stop it from being weird. Is it cringe? Yes. But is it scary? Is it a good adaptation of the Jeff the Killer story? Is it good at all? Well, let's find out together. But before I delve deeper into the story, I just want to say, do not go and harass Willer Gray. This is not an attack video. I'll make comments and jabs towards him, but it's not an invitation to harass him. From what I've seen, he seems like a nice guy, and he's gone through enough trouble due to the problems with the other webtoon Jeff the Killer creator. So please, don't send any hate towards the guy, it's just unneeded. Now with that out of the way, let's delve into this BL story. The story follows Jeff as we see his relationship develop with his friend Sugar, real name being Billy. Yes, The same Billy Jeff visited the birthday party of in the iconic story. Is it kind of weird? Yes! But this aspect is so disconnected from the iconic story, your mind kind of just wave it off. As his relationship develops with Sugar, we see his slow transformation into a killer, due to his darker side getting a greater hold of his body. The structure follows the iconic Jeff the Killer story fairly close. Jeff and Lou are attacked by bullies, so Jeff goes sicko mode on them. This leads to police coming over, trying to arrest Jeff, but Lou puts the blame on himself to save Jeff. Later on, he goes to Billy's birthday, but then the bullies show up and cause trouble, making Jeff fight the bullies, and eventually end with Jeff being burned. As of writing the script, the story has only gotten to the hospital part, where they're about to remove the covering around Jeff's face. Jeff the Killer has yet to be officially be part of the story, besides some flash forward scenes. Now picture that story, but as an edgy boys love drama. The reason why the bullies are harassing the brothers is because Randy wants to get with Jeff. The reason the bullies attack Jeff at the party is because Randy got jealous of Sugar for kissing Jeff, making Randy attack Sugar, and thus making Jeff attack Randy, and so making Troy and Keith attack Jeff. What in the Wattpad am I reading? Now, what do I think of the story? That the violation of the iconic creepypasta and character. It's pretty good! You have to understand, the series is more than just gay fanfiction. The reinterpretation of the iconic story is actually interesting. More interesting than the 2015 reboot at least. Don't get me wrong, the bad parts are still there. It is still based on a shitty creepypasta.
Jeffrey, this officer is saying that you attacked some kids yesterday and stabbed one of them. Stabbed, Jeffrey.
They took my fucking eye.
And there's some really questionable parts. Imagine other stories having the same disclaimer.
Rich bastard and kiss me. Squidward.
But overall, the weaker parts of the story are outshined by the compelling additions. One of the best enhancements to the story is how the characters are written. Jeff here has a sort of Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, having this evil mirror version of himself taking over him when he goes psycho. Mirror Jeff is wild as fuck, not going to lie. What do you mean by that? You going to milk him? Actually, looking at Sugar, he probably has some milk on them titties. Anyway, Mirror Jeff and Soft Jeff are very different. Soft Jeff is, well, a soft boy. He can barely hurt a fly, and he gets easily flustered. Meanwhile, Mirror Jeff is a psychopathic sadist who has to deal with a dark, tentacled creature. Yeah, I have no answer for you, I don't know why this happens. And he also wants to bone Sugar. Now, I both like and don't like this addition for Jeff. I like it because it explains the whole weird feeling Jeff was feeling in the iconic story. But I don't like it because it takes away the responsibility from Jeff. All the drama and interesting characterization is gone when it's this mirror asshole doing the bad stuff, not Jeff himself. I prefer Sara Beebe's interpretation of him just being a deranged sadist who's kind of an asshole.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I can't explain it, but I feel alive.
But I don't know, maybe Willard will do something clever with this. We'll just have to wait and see. The way Lou is written here is actually really engaging. Instead of being just a basic character there to be a plot device and die, he's actually a clever and manipulative person. Like he threatens Randy in order to protect his brother. He also cares for Jeff after he has an episode due to Mirror Jeff. Also, he proposes sharing Sugar with Jeff. What's with people wanting to bone Sugar?
You're such a man slut.
And in one of the chapters, Lou fucking advertises a drawing tablet. That's really funny to me. In a Q&A section, he also threatens us to like and comment. the comments are fucking disabled. I can't do anything about that. Maybe this is all a hint to him becoming homicidal Lou. Wheeler did draw him like that here. Holy shit, is that Nita the killer? Overall, Jeff and Lou's relationship has more of a spotlight here that better illustrates how much Lou cares for Jeff, and vice versa. Billy, or Sugar as he's often referred to, because Jeff came up to him one day and called him Sugar. Jeff, you little shit! You can't just do that, that's not how it works. Regardless, Sugar is Jeff's main love interest, and becomes a cop in the future, trying to hunt down Jeff the killer. Sugar is likable, and best of all, not a dumb love interest. He's able to determine that something is wrong with Jeff and finds a way to counter that. Not to mention he's buff as fuck. Also, fun fact, in my second Jeff ranking video, I referred to Sugar as Candy in the script. So I had to fix that by dubbing myself with a robot voice. So the plot so far is that Randy and
Sugar
have a crush on Jeff. Chaos ensues, though his nickname is
Sugar
here. I thought that was just me being dumb, but then I saw this Q&A with the author, and the questioner also referred to Sugar as Candy. I think it's because Candy just sounds nicer as a nickname than Sugar, so we put a Zorro and just renamed Sugar as Candy in our heads. I wonder if Wheeler is annoyed that he didn't name Sugar as Candy instead. No one wants Sugar as a name, let alone a last name. Rebecca Sugar, what kind of family name is that? Are you from a family of bakers? The relationship between Sugar and Jeff is it's fine, it's cute, but I personally think Wheeler doesn't give Sugar and Jeff enough time to really develop their relationship and show us their chemistry. We see Sugar caring for Jeff and Jeff crushing on Sugar so hard that he sniffs his clothes. What the fuck? But that's not enough for me. I want the bickering, the drama. I want small sweet moments before we get to that kiss. However, like every adaptation of the Jeff the Killer story, the bullies are the best characters. Randy, instead of being the alpha male he is charactered here as a beta bitch simp who gets caught by Sugar. At first, I hated this version of Randy, but he's actually grown to me. He's a sad boy cock, but he's my sad boy cock. Keith is the most interesting character out of the three. He's given more complexity here, and honestly, he's a lot more fun as a character. He struggles with emotions, he has a complicated relationship with the Wood brothers, as their dads have a connection with each other, and he cares deeply for his sister Kaylee, and his friend Randy. Well, not Troy, I guess. Yet Troy gets shafted often. Not only the characters don't care for him, but neither does the author. He doesn't have any insightful flashback or character-defining moments besides getting beat up by Jeff. Neither the killer, someone who's not even part of the fucking story at this point, gets a cool gangster art. But Troy, nah, he can go fuck himself. He doesn't even get a cool outfit here. He's put in the fucking background. What the fuck, Wheeler Gray? What did Troy ever do to you? You know what? Fuck Randy. Troy is my goat now. Hold on. Is this an audition for the English dubbing of the series? Holy shit! I can get into this! Hi, it's me, Angelo Sketch, and today I'm auditioning for the role of Troy. Hey, it's me, Troy, the straight best friend. Randy and Keith are pretty cool guys for letting me hang out with them. I don't really have a beef with the Wood boys, but Randy is desperate for Jeff's attention. But he keeps failing to get him. He just doesn't have wrist like I do. I would love to risk the Wood boy's mom. Damn, she's a certified MILF. However, there is this part. You see, in this scene, Troy is texting the author himself? What? What does it mean? Wheeler Gray, you sick fuck! Tell me what this means. We also have the original character, Keely, Keith's sister who seems to have a few screws loose. She sees blank tarot cards that Jeff could also see. Ooh, what does that mean? I think she got a crush on Lou, but I'm not sure. But she does cut his hair. She actually seems like an interesting character so far. However, I can't help but think she looks like Elizabeth Afton, but a smug asshole. Overall, the characters are actually really interesting, and a fun adaptation of the iconic Jeff the Killer characters. I hate the paneling of this webcomic. I hate the paneling of any webcomic that does this narrow line thing. I know it's for ease of use for phone users, but that's stupid. I'm able to read mangas fine on my phone in the traditional booklet look. Why can't these comics do that as well? It's annoying, it's exhausting to read with, it's just not fun. But, despite the limitations, Wheeler can get creative with it. For example, when the bullies are attacking the Wood Brothers, he can differentiate Soft Jeff's thoughts and Mirror Jeff's thoughts by the faded edgy look Mirror Jeff's text has. There's a lot of edgy faded white text that really highlights how overwhelming the sadistic voice Jeff has to deal with. But not going to lie, some of the texts are unintentionally funny. Stab him 47 times in the chest. Randy, get ready for me to kill your ass. Little brain surgery will do, or cut off his you-know-what. Also, when Jeff was fighting Keith and Troy within Sugar's party, there's some binary codes that roughly translate to SOS, help, I'm trapped too, please. Which, in my opinion, is Soft Jeff trying to communicate while trapped within Mirror Jeff. I like the idea of using coded message for Soft Jeff to cry out with, but I don't like the use of binary code. What, is Jeff a computer whiz or something? I think it's better if it's a worded code instead, like this one. The art, overall, is pretty nice. It balances the shoujo cutesy anime style pretty well with the hardcore edgy look it delves into at times. There's some really creative edgy visuals that go so hard you can't help but screenshot it. Not every bit of art is good though. The fuck is this, Mr. Gray? You can't draw controllers? And in all honesty, I don't like this Jeff the Killer design. It just doesn't scream Jeff the Killer to me. He looks more like Soul from Soul Eater. Doesn't help that most of the cast are white as fuck, so Jeff's bleached face doesn't really stand out. The main problem really is just that he looks too nice. I know he's supposed to be an attractive twink, but I want his face to be fucked up or scarred. You can still make him look attractive, just fuck his face up a little. Something like how I Just Wanna Have Fun draws him. And trust me, some people will probably think that scarred look looks hotter. I'm tired of Pretty Boy Jeff. I'm tired of that shit. Now, is this a good horror story?
No.
It got nominated for Outstanding Chilling Stories, but majority of the series is just homoerotic tension. The only ones who be scared of this comic are homophobes. But as a young adult anime-esque story, it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun, the characters are engaging, the art mostly looks nice to look at, and if you're into the boys love genre, there's a lot for you to sink your teeth in. You have to understand, I love cringe sappy love stories, and this is no exception. All he has to do is make me care about the characters and I'm on board. I am a man with terrible taste, but if Jeff the Killer isn't your cup of tea, you can always read Gay Crisis Island.
This anime is obviously a romantic school comedy. Haruhi and I are the main characters, so that means we are love interests. Yeah, then what are we? You boys are the homosexual supporting cast. So please make sure that you don't step across this line.
You've gotta be kidding.